Now on CoastTV News.
A TIF over TIF.
Myself and the other 40 legislators never intended it to be used for this way.
A heated feud between a state lawmaker and DelDOT. Why he says a $1.8 million grant crosses the line, and how the department is responding.
Doc approved.
I mean, can't go wrong with new stuff. Anything new around here is always going to be a pleasure.
New materials, new look. Lewis locks in a deal for new marina docks.
Right now, we're tracking some strong storm that's going to hit us on Thursday. I'll pinpoint the timing.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Plans for a Royal Farms on this lot in Milton, fueling a fight over millions in taxpayer dollars. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a public argument between a state lawmaker and DelDOT.
We told you last week about grant money going toward plans for a Royal Farms on the corner of Milton-Ellendale Highway. Now, the use of that grant money is at the center of a public debate. If you were scrolling on Facebook the past few days, you might have noticed State Representative Brian Shoup of Milford and DelDOT arguing back and forth. The debate is over the Transportation Infrastructure Investment Fund, also known as TIF. We told you last week DelDOT is giving $1.8 million from that fund to Royal Farms for road work around a new store planned here in Milton.
So this is the land that the Royal Farm.
Brian Shoup calls that essentially a waste.
The $1.8 million that has been given through the DelDOT, through the TIF funds, is misuse of taxpayer money.
Shoup co-sponsored legislation to create the TIF program and argues the money is really meant for bigger projects.
We intended it for huge businesses that brought in hundreds and maybe thousands of jobs into Delaware.
The planned Royal Farms is expected to bring just about 25 jobs. But DelDOT defends the decision, saying the project met legal criteria. The social media argument began when Shoup posted this, questioning DelDOT's move to award the money. DelDOT responded, looking to, quote, set the record straight, and said, quote, while Representative Shoup may certainly disagree with the intent of the TIF program or this specific project, he should attend a TIF meeting to express those opinions and better understand the program before spreading mistruths. Shoup claims the department is trying to silence him.
I really do believe that this was a political attack to silence myself from bringing this to people's attention, and I think it sets a dangerous precedent.
DelDOT says, quote, the department will not shy away from correcting misinformation regardless of the source. Now, the Royal Farms has been in the works for years. Royal Farms received its initial approval for the project in May 2023, and plans are for a convenience store with fuel pumps and site improvements. DelDOT says the improvements covered by the grant include widening and restriping Milton-Ellendale Highway, also a dedicated right turn lane on Union Street Extension, and modifications of the traffic signal there.
The city of Lewis is on track for some upgrades to the Canal Front Park Marina. A bid was awarded this morning for replacing the boards on the floating docks. CoastTV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live in Lewis. Brandon, the city picked from 5 contractors.
Charlie, those board replacements will happen strictly on this side of the canal. And if you look over here and see those old wooden boards on that floating dock, those are the exact boards that will be replaced. And who will be replacing them are Hastings Marine Construction. They were awarded the bid at just over $152,000. The city says one of the reasons they were picked is because of the material that will be used. It's called Owens Corning Wear Deck decking. Lewis Parks and Marina Administrator Julia Kirsch say that made it an easy pick for the city. We spoke to one man who spends a lot of time here at the park, and he's all for the upgrades.
I'm sure it'll make the area look great. Anything new around here is always going to be a pleasure.
In this morning's meeting, there was no timeline announced of when these new boards will be hitting the docks. Live in Lewis, Brandon Ferguson, CoastTV News.
Now we're looking live outside into Rehoboth Beach. Looks pretty nice out there. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a check on the forecast.
Of course it's nice outside for right now, because today's not the problem. Tomorrow's where the problem comes in, particularly in the evening hours after about 7 o'clock. But Right now in Lewis and other locations, we're looking very nice, comfortable, a bit on the muggy side actually when you step outside for a moment. So we still have that summer feel going for right now, 73 degrees. By 10 o'clock under partly to mostly cloudy skies, we're at 79 in Millsboro, Gumboro, and Delmar, 80 degrees in Willards, and 79 in Milton as well as Lewis. Now we're actually a little bit cooler now than we were just yesterday at this exact time. But we're 8 degrees cooler in Dover, for example. We still have an active rip current statement that's in effect until later on this evening at about 8 o'clock, meaning that, obviously the rip currents could pull you out a lot more than you think. We have a newly issued marine warning, so Smith Island, get ready for a thunderstorm that's going to be severe to hit you in about the next 4 to 5 minutes.
Thank you, Paul. One person has been arrested following a motorcycle crash Monday in Milton. That's according to Delaware State Police. Troopers say around 3:17 on Isaacs Road north of Milton, 20-year-old Shymir Olden was driving north when he failed to negotiate a curve and then drove off the road. Troopers say they learned before the crash Olden was driving aggressively, passing on the shoulder and driving fast. DSP says a computer check revealed that the motorcycle was unregistered, uninsured, and reported stolen in 2023. And Delaware State Police have also arrested 2 men in relation to a shooting last night in Milford. Troopers say at approximately 7:48 last night, they responded to Cedar Beach Road. That's the area on your screen. The 2 men identified as 34-year-old David Waddington and 71-year-old Roger Spurbeck. They were shooting in the backyard of a nearby property, according to police. That's when troopers say a home occupied by 2 adults was hit by a gunshot. DSP says no one was injured, and both Waddington and Spurbeck were taken into custody and charged.
Millville volunteer firefighters responded to a house fire this morning. You can see it right here. Officials say that at around 4:14 this morning, a significant fire was found inside a home. That's according to fire officials. There was nobody home at the time of the fire, and the fire was put out by 6:14. And after 2 firefighters were evaluated, no injuries were reported. Delaware State Fire Marshal, they say that they will be investigating the cause of the fire.
A measure meant to reduce youth crime and gun violence in Cambridge is being extended again. City commissioners voted to extend its temporary curfew for minors until September 30th of next year. Those 16 and under must be off the streets by 10 p.m. on Sunday through Thursday and 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. There are some exceptions to the rules, but parents can face fines for violations. The curfew was first put in place in January of 2023 in Cambridge.
Today, a proposal to plant trees on up to 20 acres of farmland was presented to the Lewis City Council. The property is city-owned land along New Road between Canary Creek and Pilot Town Reserves. The project would be financially supported by the Delaware Forest Service for 90%. The remaining 10%, that would fall to the city. Next, the proposal goes in front of the Economic Environment and Resiliency Commission on October 8th.
Crews are busy at the inlet parking lot in Ocean City this week. That's because they're putting the final touches on stages and vendor areas ahead of Ocean's Calling this weekend. The festival kicks off Friday. It goes until Sunday. Thousands of people are expected to fill the inlet for food, music, and entertainment. Local shops and restaurants say the 3-day event, it's more than just music.
We open at 8:30 a.m. for breakfast, and we're generally packed by 9:30, and it's a constant flow of people going in and out, and many people that come to these festivals haven't been to Ocean City before, so we have a chance of getting new customers, returners.
Yep, nearby bars and restaurants are stocking up. They're preparing for non-stop foot traffic from open to close. And we are just getting started tonight.
Coming up in sports, the Phillies can clinch a bye in the postseason tonight. We preview their matchup with the Marlins.
And we have a bit of a thunderous Thursday ahead of us. I'll show you what I'm tracking and pinpoint when it's going to hit.
But first, enter the ocean at your own risk. The Ocean City Beach Patrol is off duty for the season. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Dragging the stands away until next season.
The Ocean City Beach Patrol is done guarding the beach until next year.
Coast TV reporter Kevin Zapay is live in Ocean City. Kevin, the whistles have been packed up. The lifeguards are gone.
Christina, Charlie, we're here on the Ocean City Beach, and usually you would see lifeguard stands spaced out behind me. But according to the Ocean City Beach Patrol, they've taken them away for the remainder of the year, leaving swimmers to take on the waves by themselves. Summer came and went, and the Ocean City Beach Patrol is following suit. They're cleaning up the stands and putting them away until next season. Vacationer Eric Fosnot says he won't go too far into the water without lifeguards on duty.
If there's lifeguards present, I'll go till they blow the whistle. But if there's nobody around, waist deep.
The Ocean City Beach Patrol posted Monday announcing the end of coverage for the season, reminding beachgoers to stay alert and watch out for the rip currents. A danger that kept lifeguards busy all summer. This season alone, the Ocean City Beach Patrol carried out over 3,500 rescues along the 10-mile stretch of shoreline, highlighting just how important their presence is.
That's tremendous. That's 3,500 people that you don't know if they were gonna make it or not. And yeah, I mean, it's well worth having them here.
Jason Boyd has been surfing his whole life, and he has advice for anyone caught in a rip current without lifeguards around.
Stay on top and swim sideways. Don't swim in and fight yourself. Just let it float you out, but go direct, horizontal with the beach until you're not getting sucked down anymore.
So if you plan to head into the water, be prepared to take on the waves yourself, because these beaches are now officially unguarded. Now this is especially important for people hitting Ocean City for Ocean's Calling this weekend. Swim at your own risk. The Beach Patrol will be back on the sand May 2026. I'm Kevin Zappé, live in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what do you do when lifeguards are gone?
Let's see. Let's look at the results here. 48% say they stay on the sand, 45% swim anyway, 2% go elsewhere, 5% avoid the beach altogether.
You can also vote in this poll if you haven't yet at coasttv.com or use our mobile app. You can also leave comments, maybe some good ones there. And we're going to have updates tonight on Coast TV News at 11.
Here's a look at your Gulf forecast. It's going to be cloudy, watching out for scattered showers. You know what? Not so good, to be quite honest, because we're watching out for scattered showers. Big burger. So we have scattered clouds in place for right now. We are bracing ourselves for some thunder likely to come rumbling around tomorrow night. So let's use a little alliteration. Thunder on Thursday. We'll roll with that, shall we? So Ocean City, 74 degrees, dew point of 72. So that's why we have that bit of a muggy feel outside. The dew point temperature is in the 70s right now, like a summer day. And we're at 77 degrees in Millsboro as well as Dagsboro, 78 degrees currently in Willards, Gumboro, Delmar, Longneck, Milton, and 80 in Bridgeville right now. So it feels like summertime, genuinely. Now, with that same situation, we have summertime concerns, rip current statements, active force along the entire Sussex County coast. That's going to be a concern until about, let's say, 8 o'clock. Overall, we're watching out for thunderstorms to develop. We have this one renegade thunderstorm to the south. It's actually causing a severe thunderstorm warning over the water, known more so as a marine warning. That's tracking to the east at about 25 to 30 miles per hour, and will stay to our south, but we'll just watch it throughout the night in case it decides to act up. Our real concern is really tomorrow, okay? Now, taking a look at Thursday, we're looking at widespread scattered clouds with a sprinkle or two up towards Dewey Beach during the daytime hours. After the sun goes down, our chances of rain go up. See, in the morning time, we look at a sprinkle or two. Not a big deal. Then it clears out. Now, if this clearing occurs, this is the thing I always share with Maddie, and I'm sharing with you guys again. If we see a lot of sunshine in the afternoon, the thunderstorms that'll hit in the evening will turn severe because they will have the thunderstorm and the energy it needs. By 10 o'clock, watch out Long Neck, 76 degrees, okay? Just as an example. In fact, we'll break it down even more so. For example, we're at the marginal threat for severe weather for Thursday night anyway. So we first of all take a look along Highway 13. 5 o'clock, we see scattered showers pushing through. But then by 10 o'clock, we see this really intense cell that's going to hover over Highway 54 and 24, right in that sweet spot here between Delmar, Millsboro, and Salisbury. Then it moves out of the way. And because it's moving so quick, I'm suspicious that it's going to be extremely strong. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll have one sitting on Dewey Beach. Then it'll escape quickly off to the water as well with some other reoccurring scattered showers underneath it. So bottom line here is this. Between 8:30 and 11:30 is that time frame, that 3-hour time frame when I'm expecting the strongest of storms to occur. Then, that's also why for Thursday we are calling for a yellow alert day. Now, if we have any kind of watch or advisory or warning that's issued when we're not on the air, we are going to keep you updated on our app. So if you have not taken the time out to download our weather app, please do so before Thursday, okay? Then Friday, Saturday, we're going to be okay, but then another round of rain will begin to slide through by the time we get to Sunday going into Monday. Once again, that time frame for Thursday storms between 8:30 p.m. till about 11:30 p.m. So please keep that in mind, and if at all possible, go ahead and download that app. It's available for you as we speak, and it is free of charge.
Thank you, Paul. It's week 4 in the NFL regular season, and we have a Sunday night banger for you. Football right here on Coast TV. The Green Bay Packers facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. Coverage begins at 7. Then stay right here for Coast TV News following the game.
Yeah, football is great, but don't forget about marching band. And the Delmarva Sports Network is covering 6 marching band competitions featuring over a dozen schools from across the peninsula. The competitions will stream exclusively on DSN+, and the next one is scheduled for Saturday, September 27th.
And with football back, with marching band back, it's almost that time again for the Bless Our Children campaign. Every year, Coast TV works to make the holidays brighter for kids across Delmarva. The money you give goes to local charities who buy Christmas presents. Right now, we're accepting applications from those nonprofits. The deadline to submit an application is next Wednesday, October 1st. You can find the link at blessourchildren.org.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
In the city of brotherly love, last night was tough for the Phillies, who lost in extras to a Marlins team below 500, missing a chance to clinch a bye in the postseason. Philly and Miami do it again tonight, and here's what you need to know ahead of the second set in this series. You're going to see a couple of the early home runs from what looked like a good night for Philadelphia. Kyle Schwarber, well over 50 long balls on the year. And then even Otto Kemp in just a few moments, blasting a 2-run shot. He was starting at first base last night for Bryce Harper, who was out of the lineup not due to an injury, but due to an illness. So hopefully Harper can get back on the field soon, but Kemp proving more than capable in this lineup. The Phils, you see, 92 and 65 in the middle, really important. The magic number for Philadelphia to secure a bye in the postseason is 1. So what does that mean? Well, if Philly wins tonight against Miami, first pitch, by the way, at 6:45, they have a bye in the first round. Or if the Los Angeles Dodgers lose at any point in their final 5 games, same deal. Philly gets that bye. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night and enjoy some of that Fightins baseball.
Animal Partners in Rehoboth Beach is offering express and low-cost vet clinics Wednesday this fall. HAP says that the clinics will have vaccines, microchipping, heartworm and flea protection, prevention, and more. It all starts as low as $25. Today was one of the wellness days, and the next one is October 22nd.
In Ocean City, we're at 74 degrees. We're going to drop to 73 with partly cloudy skies by 10 o'clock. Bay Health and Milford, we're at 74 degrees as well. And then we'll drop back to 73. Well, there'll be a few leftover sprinkles in Milford. Umbrella giveaway winner, Marilyn Paul of Ocean View. Congratulations. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. And here's a look at our exclusive 10-day forecast. Yellow alert day for Thursday. Watch out for those thunderstorms rumbling through here after 8 o'clock.
All right, thanks, Paul, and thanks to you at home for joining us for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.